Hello and welcome to this video. My name is David Thorne. This is the sixth video in my C programming playlist, a set of tutorials. In this video we're going to be understanding statements. Okay, so on the screen right now there are some statements, and we have return 0 ended by a semicolon. This would be concerned to be, or defined to be, a statement in itself. Now if we say num1 is equal to 6, this is another statement, right? If we then say printf, not princess, printf, and then num1 here, this would be another statement. So we've now got three statements, and they are within inside of a statement block. All right. So let's just run this, shall we? So gcc out, and we're going to call it main as per normal, and we've only got one file to go, and we're going to do a semicolon and then main to run it, and we see here number 6. Now the interesting thing is that if we take this num6 and this printf and we put it in another braces inside the braces and run it again, right? And let's see what we get. We get number 6. So let's now say num1 equals 6 here, and then say num1 equals num1 plus 5, right? Let's see now what it does. We still see number is equal to 6. Now if we then turn around and say here afterwards, we say after num1, and we run this again, you can see that we get number 6, right? And then we get after number 11. So the point to note here is that we've got two num1s here. We've got one outside, and we're updating it inside, right? And now we've got another num1 here. And if we say num1 equals 10 here, so we're actually updating num1. The question is, what is this going to output here? And we compile and run it again. You can see we get number is 10, but after number is 11, all right? So we had num1 is equal to 6 here. We've got num1 is equal to 6 plus 5 is equal to 11. We then define num1 again is equal to 6. And then we set num1 is equal to 10 and then print it out here. But our num1 after here is equal to 11. The reason being is that anything within inside of a statement is local. So this int num1 is local to this statement block here, which means that once the code reaches this one here, this num1 variable does not exist in it. So the num1 variable on line 10 doesn't exist anymore at line 13. And we assigned num1 to be 10. Well, because it's within inside of a statement, it's going to look inside of the statement for any variable declarations, and it sees that it did have one. So it assigned this num1 the value of 10. Now, this num1, on the other hand, it looks inside of the statement block and sees, do I have any other variable initializations or declarations of num1? And it says no. So go out to the next parent block, and it sees, I do have one. So now it's setting the value of num1 to the value of num1 plus 5. And this is the point to understand, is that we could now come in. It basically, within inside of a statement block, your variable declarations are local. The local scope of it is within inside of it. So anything you declare inside of this scope is going to die inside of this scope. So what happens in Vegas stays in Vegas. Here, this is Vegas, all right? So this int num1 stays in Vegas, okay? And this out here is inside this Vegas, all right? So whatever happens in main stays in main. And now, so this is the point to know about statements. And statements are deduced by curly braces, all right? If you put something inside of a curly braces, you literally want to to sandbox it from outside, all right? But you're allowed to bring information from outside of your statement inside of it, all right? So the compiler knows to look outside of this statement to the outer statement. Anyway, I think this is a good video tutorial for number 6, right? Because so many other people, they concentrate on so much other stuff that I just don't think is fundamental enough to have a deep understanding of the C programming language. And now, if you have a deep understanding of this in the C programming language, guess what? This goes to nearly every other programming language in the world. And they all have this, like statement blocks and scope. Scope is a massive word. And if you can get your head around scope on day number 6 or lesson number 6 of programming, you're going to do a lot better than most other people, because scope is really difficult to understand when you start getting into the worlds of parallel programming, right? Onto other threads, multi-thread programming. You need to understand what is in the scope of that one statement. But that's another book. It's another library actually. Anyway, I hope you've got something out of this video. Don't worry, it was an understanding of statements, and we're going to use this type of information more in the other videos. But I wanted to bring it to you in the beginning, within at least the first, a couple of hours of understanding the C programming language. Anyway, if you do have any questions, please put them in the comments. This really is like a question and answer time. And anyone that knows the answers to this, please help out the other people that have questions, because this is super important for you to understand and pass on your knowledge to other people too. All right, that's why it's understanding. You've got to be able to pass this knowledge on to show that you fully understand it. With that said, thank you very much for watching. If you want to give it a like, I'd be very grateful for that. And yeah, look forward to the next video in this one series. Thanks then. Goodbye. Ciao, ciao.